I've got this plastic bauble and I think this is going to be at least 2 decorations. Today I'm going to be doing paper mache, which I probably haven't done since I was about 7, so I'm going to totally enjoy myself. What I'm going to use is the tissue paper out of gold leaf books, because I've got some and why not. I'm going to be using the fish glue for the binder and I'm going to water that down. So I've watered down some of the fish glue. I've got a little pot of water. I've torn up some of the sheets of tissue paper. Now obviously I don't want this to stick on here because I need to take it off, so I'm just going to put a little bit of Vaseline on there to help it release. Right, I'm just going to use water on this first layer and hopefully that also will help it release. Right, that's dry, but I'm not 100% certain it's actually going to come off because I've gone over halfway. Oh, so it's nice and dry. I'm going to paint it with this milk paint. This is a carmine colour. Right, let's do the outside. Oh, anyone else thinking of chocolate orange? So it's nice and dry. I'm going to seal the inside with some button polish. So I'm using this 1 to 2 hour oil size. It's very cold in the workshop and oil size can be affected by the temperature. The colder it is, the slower it takes to go off. So I'm hoping that using this faster oil size means I don't have to wait quite as long. So I'm going to be oiling all inside here. I cannot see at all where I've been, so the chances of missing a bit are quite good, but I'm going to be methodical about this and try and get everywhere. 23.5 carat gold leaf. Right, I'm going to give this a go, even though this is absolutely bone dry now. I've just had a customer drop a chair off and he stayed a little bit longer than I was expecting. Right, I'm just going to drop a leaf in, see what happens. This might all go wrong. Oh, this isn't going to be awkward at all, is it? One of the really nice things about gilding the inside of something, the gold leaf is so reflective that it reflects in on itself when it's like this, and it almost glows. So I'm desperately trying to avoid having to go back over this with some more oil. You can see the red areas inside and the loose leaf. It's just so dry it's not sticking to it. So I'm going to force it on there with some transfer leaf. That means I can get a bit of pressure down onto it and hopefully it'll stick that way. There are just some little bits at the edge that haven't really caught properly, but I think I can live with that. The whole of the inside is gilded. A miracle that sticked. So all that little flakes of gold leaf, that's called swarf, and what you can do is a hoover nozzle, put some muslin over the top, turn the hoover off, and then just brush it into a pot. So I'm going to use the Kolner Instacoll on these stars and moon. The card has been sealed with button polish so that they're not porous. So it's been a few days since the Kolner base went on these stars, so they're absolutely bone dry, which is fine because I can now come along with the activator, just put a thin coat on that will activate the base layer in about 5–10 minutes, and then I can stick some leaf on. Right, this is a gold leaf sample booklet. It's all on transfer. I don't have many different colours for transfer, so what I'm hoping is that this will be enough for me to use. I'm going to use the moon gold transfer for the moon. I think I'm going to go for this 12 carat white gold for the stars. It's best to use transfer leaf when you're using this Kolner. You can use loose, but it's much easier to use transfer. Right, the activator has gone on. It's bone dry, so I'm going to get the transfer moon gold. This is what they call a Kolner tissue. It's a bit like suede. I'm just going to wrap that around my finger, put that over the top. Doesn't look like it's come off at all, does it? Nope. I think this transfer is really old. This is probably about 15 years old. It just doesn't want to come off there. All the Kolner stuff isn't working. So I'm going to try with some loose leaf, see if that works. I've got an old piece of transfer paper. I'm going to lay that on top of that. And then I'm going to use the rubber pencil thing that you get. Right, now I'll use the tissue and see if anything's stuck. Yeah, the problem was the old transfer. It's probably that, thinking about it, this is waxed paper and it was just meant to be a sample. I don't think it was ever actually meant to be used the way I was trying to use it. As you can see, it wasn't coming off. But that worked well. And I'm getting a little bit of a shine. And because I use the textured card, it's got a few craters in it. If you can use transfer, you don't use as much leaf, which is quite nice. Right, and then press it down again. Do get a nice shine, don't you?